Hey, it's Sherilyn coming to you live again. We are with Classic Instruments at the NSRA Pro Picks Corral, or is this an area?
It could be a corral because there could be somebody wearing chaps out here.
Okay, well, I'm not wearing any chaps because it's a little bit warm. So we're going to talk to John and Devin from Classic Instruments and tell us a little bit about how this Pro Pick area works.
Well, we like to get a good cross-section of what the cars are like, and we look for the best of the best. So we have industry professionals, whether that be builders, manufacturers, or magazine staff, or just somebody who's really into hot rods. We tell them to come out to this area, pick their top 12 cars, then we go in, tally all the votes, and the top 12 cars that have all the votes are the winners. They get the Pros Pick Awards. So.
Very cool, very cool. So Tim, what's your part in this?
Well, I'm actually good or bad, so people is going to hunt me down. I'm actually one of the judges. They've asked to do this for many, many years, and it's an honor to be able to do this. And of course, they don't ask somebody to judge if they've got a car in competition. I usually have a car either in the Builder's Showcase or one of the vendors or something like I do this year. So it's kind of cool. We get out here and talk to the car owners and look at everything. And some cars, you know, maybe been grade 8 cars. They've only been indoors for quite a few years, and now they're finally out in the sun, and I think they look way better out in the sun. So it's a great, great group out here.
Cool. Okay, well, thank you guys. And I'm going to actually turn the mic over to Tim, and you go around and check things out and tell the people what's up.
Okay, thanks a lot. So follow along. We're going to do a little Facebook Live feed. I've kind of pre-talked to some of the guys to make sure they were by their vehicles. Some of the guys, I think, went to have lunch right now. So let's head down the row here. There's a few guys. I'm going to stop right here. He's just back from his workout at the gym, it looks like, because he's lost his sleeves and everything after flexing. So tell everybody who you are and where you are from.
All right. My name's Don Comer. I'm from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, and we have a little shop called Roadsterud Rod Shop. And we're just enjoying.
This is his little Roadster right here behind him that he built.
This is our 32 Ford Roadster. It's a coast-to-coast car with candy red paint and a 385 small block with a Richmond 5-speed. We like to go out and roast the tires off of it every chance we get.
And the cool thing, I've known him for a few years. You know how much of a car guy this guy is, and you got to know that your girlfriend is a true car chick if you're going to propose at a car show. He didn't do it at this one, but he did do it at another national event last fall, and she said yes, and she's still with you.
She's right back here behind the car with me.
And have we actually tied the knot yet?
Not yet, October 27th.
Cool. And everybody, where are you registered, Target and all that, so people can send wedding gifts to you at your shop address, right?
Well, of course, we're registered. We have the Knot website and all kinds of stuff, so you guys can find us on there.
Very cool. Awesome car, and thanks for coming out. And the cool thing is about this, I used to come, I started coming to the Nats when I was like 14. My great uncle used to bring me, and you know, you see guys finally bringing their kids. Well, I finally brought my dad. I know it's terrible. It's his first Nats because he was always a Tri-5 guy. So now that the year break's open, it works backwards. My dad comes, and your dad's here hanging out too.
That's right. My dad always comes with me. We've been coming to car shows since I've been 6 years old, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
So remember that. Take a kid to a car show. If you don't have your own kid, borrow somebody else's, but make sure you get permission first. Don't just take the neighbor's kid.
It'll keep them out of trouble for sure, or get them into trouble of a different kind.
Okay, thanks a lot. We're going to move on. So, yeah, we're out here in the Pros Pick area in Louisville, Kentucky, one of the best shows on the circuit in any series. A couple guys down here we're going to look at. Are you going to tell me if I walk into somebody? We got a great group of cars right here. Are you with this car? You want to talk on, we're on Facebook Live. Tell everybody who you are and what you got in this amazing machine behind us.
I'm Fred from Lucky 7 Rod Shop in Stortstown, Pennsylvania. And we brought a 62 Galaxy 500 with a Coyote and a twin turbo.
Did you get that? Coyote and a twin turbo. If you know anything about cartoons, the Roadrunner was faster than the Coyote. So if you put 2 turbos on a Coyote, can you catch the Roadrunner?
I hope so.
I'm pretty sure you can. So what's going on in the interior? It's got beautiful leather, cool little buttons, so it's kind of modern, but yet it's still got some old school touches to it.
Yep, went with a charcoal gear gray exterior, kept the burgundy inside and on the top, made some quarter panels with a rear arched fender well to match the front and lost the fender skirts.
And the real question is that nearly enough tire underneath the back end of that?
It's a 315, so it's making 680 horse, so It hooks up pretty good.
Awesome. Great car. One of my favorites out here in the pros pick. Thanks for talking to us. As again, a lot of great stuff out here. We're going to move down the road. There's like 4 zingers right here in a row. We got an awesome 37 Ford Coupe right here. The owner is back here. Mike Morris, you want to come up and talk to the crowd? How we doing? Now remember what I told you, no cussing. We're on Facebook Live right now. So really cool car. It looks really subtle until you really start looking at it. It's got amazing interior touches in it, the cool artillery wheels, and a lot of power underneath the hood.
Yes, it does. It's an LS6 with CTSV Cadillac, the little 200-mile-an-hour Cadillacs, and it responds real well. It really does, especially in a 2,700-pound car.
What's the chassis upgrade you got?
It's all TCI show package on the front end, and it's 4-linked on the rear with 9-inch Ford, and it's got the chrome coilovers and with the chrome springs, polished bodies. And, you know, of course, it's got TS or T56, 6-speed. And,
we're a gear banger in this thing, too, huh?
Yes, the only way the LS6 ever come was with a 6-speed.
Yep.
There never was an automatic LS6. So, you know, it's kind of a unique package. Really enjoy it.
Very cool. Thanks for taking the time, and thanks for bringing this thing out to the Pros Pick area. Got another guy right down the road here. Again, there's some heavy hitters right here in this second row. And we got Jim Talaga is, I think he's hiding out right over here. Jim? See, I told him to wait by their car, and, you know. Oh, yeah. Oh, where's Jim? Oh, I talked to you earlier, and you said you were going to be by the car. How you doing? Good. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from.
Jim Talaga from Plainfield, Illinois, and this is a 47 Ford Sportsman, Woody convertible, and it's got a dock motor in it, 4.6 trans, and heat and air, 9-inch Ford rear, Posey springs, height front end. Dave Martin from Door County, Wisconsin, did all the wood. It was about a year at the wood guy doing the wood, so it's been a long project, about 2.5 years.
A lot of people probably know your name just by hearing it. Tell them about, you got a string of cars or have had through the years.
I do. I've got a 42 Woody. The same guy did the wood on it. I've got a 32 Roadster, 332 Roadsters. What else have I got? 40 Ford Woody. A few cars.
This is the point in the conversation that I say, I'm up for adoption.
My son's in line.
But can he work on your cars? Because I could be your live-in car mechanic.
I think he wants that job.
Well, thanks for taking the time. Amazing car, beautiful car. So good luck in the competition. So we had another guy. Last year he ditched us and didn't want to talk, and I told him he didn't have a choice this year. So we got Ray Bartlett. He's out of the East Coast Hot Rod Garage. So tell everybody what you brought and what you've been up to.
All right, so this is a 1931 Ford Model A with a 32 5-window roof and a 32 cowl, 32 grill shell. But we kept the Model A doors overlapping, fabricated curved aprons. So we kept some of the Model A features and incorporated them with a 32 5-window.
Just that simple, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a quick little job, yeah.
And these guys are known. They got bigs and littles on most of the cars that they build. The stance is amazing. They always have something in the Pros Pick, in the Builder's Choice. And I can say this is one of the hardest working guys in the industry. Him and his right-hand man came and was on my TV show years ago, kicked some serious butt. And when you look up Hot Rod in the dictionary, it's probably a car that the Hot Rod Garage built.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Did you bring anything else to the show this weekend? Or?
This year, no, just one car.
Well, you're kind of slacking, aren't you? Getting easy in your old age or what?
Came by myself, so I couldn't bring more than one.
You came all by yourself?
Well, the wife's back at the pool.
Yeah, his wife, everybody likes to see his wife. We don't care about Ray, so she's a sweetheart. So maybe we should have warned you. She could have tuned in on Facebook and seen you live doing this.
Yeah, should have done that.
So what do we got coming down the pipes out of the Hot Rod Garage that we can talk about?
We got a 29 Roadster, full fendered car that's about done. That'll be out this year. We also have a 54 Ford convertible, like a mild custom that we had in Nashville, and we took to a couple other shows, so that's been out. And then a ton of other stuff. You know, we got everything.
And didn't that car just win like a Ford and a Ford award someplace?
Yeah, that in Syracuse, yeah. Yep. But we got everything from 69 Camaros to Rivieras to Tri-5 Chevys. We're doing about 15 turnkey builds right now. So,
wow.
Quite a lot.
Well, thanks for not ditching us this year, and good luck and awesome hot rod.
Thank you.
So we're take off through this way. Oh, look, Vic's hanging out here. Vic, you want to be on Facebook Live? Do you know what Facebook is?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Because last year we had a guy, and I'm interviewing him. He gets done, and he goes, well, what's Facebook? He says, that's my grandparents or my grandkids have Facebook. So this is Vic, and I butcher your name. You're going to have to spell your name.
Well, it's Labanchnig. It's spelled Labantsschnig. And
You got me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? See, we're Facebook Live. We had a technical difficulty because I knocked the battery pack off of this. So we're going to spin around because the car that Vic owns is actually right over here. It's this beautiful 55 Nomad. It's got knockoffs. It's got an LS with stack injection. Lots of cool tweaks on this thing. And you've been really lucky with this thing, I guess. Not really lucky when you bring a piece like this through the show series.
well, it's been fun, too. And, you know, it's all the people have been just a joy to be with, including yourself. And we've been to a lot of shows together. And you've built some great cars, too.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, yeah.
So what's underneath this thing? I know it's got a chassis swap. It's got a new chassis underneath of it.
Morrison chassis. And another good supplier, vendor, Morrison is, yeah. And crate engine the LS3 480 horse, and then with the Engelese injection. So it's 6-speed. So everything it's working out fine. Yeah, just enjoying it and having fun.
Yep. Yeah, Vic always has one of the biggest smiles in any show that you see him. I've seen him coast to coast, I think, at events that we go to. And thanks for bringing out Awesome Nomad. We'll see you. So I don't know how long they're wanting me to do this, but I got one other guy back here to talk to that was waiting for us. So, again, we're live in Louisville, Kentucky, Street Rod Nationals, NSRA. I don't know how many cars we got registered so far, but I did see a guy that I know was registered yesterday that was 9,400 something. So I'm sure we're going to knock on the door of 10,000 cars again this year. So, you guys still following me here? All kinds of stuff. Cool Woodies, LS, a lot of cool induction, great stance, big billet wheels, hand-painted wood grain on that. It's a 37 Ford sedan with a Mustang motor in it, fuel injected. Little traditional 40 Ford coupe, dual quads, Buick nailhead power. And we're going to go over here to talk to this guy with his truck. And, of course, he's on his phone. So, again, we're live in Louisville, Kentucky at the big one, the big Street Rod Nationals. Been coming to this event since I was about 13, 14 years old. Of course, it wasn't always in Louisville back then. I think it was in Oklahoma, maybe when I first went with my uncle. So here is an amazing piece. Another guy I've seen on the show circuit for quite a few years. Come up here. Lots of stuff going on to this thing. So tell everybody where you're from and who you are and a little bit about your truck.
I'm Donnie Johnson from Tahlequah, Oklahoma. The truck started out in the family 50 years ago. My dad bought it when I was 7 to basically drive back and forth to work at the post office. And my older brother learned to drive in it in 72. He wanted a 56 Chevy, so my dad kept driving it for another 4 years. I learned to drive in it in 76. He said, do you want it? I said, yes. So I've had it and been driving it 42 years. This is the third restore I've done on it, and painted it back real close to the original color tone as it was originally. It was tan. And then I stumbled across this little mailbox trailer about 2.5 years ago at the NSRA show in Oklahoma City. And I said, what more fitting with my dad starting his career in 1958 with the post office. These are 1958 mailboxes. So I did this as a tribute to him. He turned 80 in December, so I finished it up last fall as a tribute to my dad.
That's awesome. And the trailer is a new addition, what, midsummer last year maybe?
Midsummer last year. The truck's been finished about 3 years, and then the trailer we finished up last fall.
Yeah, just take time to look at the details on this thing. It is as smooth as one of these can get. I know how hard these are going to be to make them fit and look right to modern standards, because I just built a panel truck, one of them, and they were utilitarian, to say the least, the way the hoods fit and the latches and the doors. And this thing, has got side opening tailgate on it. It's cut and rubbed to every inch that you can do on this. So what can't we see? What's the underneath of this thing?
The underneath is I kept the original frame just because it's been in the family 50 years. So I put the RideTech Level 2 suspension, got the new upper and lower control arms, new tubular trailing arms. It's all painted body color. And, of course, it's got the RideTech air suspension, so it's all the way down right now. And it is still a roller while it's all the way down, in case while I'm cruising I have a ride, some type of air failure, I can still get off the highway or whatever. Running on intro wheels and Nitto 555 tires. Got the Master Power Brakes system, so it'll cruise with that LS7 in it, and it'll stop.
You got billet hood hinges up here. Looks like Eddie Motorsports billet hinges. A lot of work up underneath this hood, too.
That's correct. All of these custom inner fenders are done with all of the punches have been custom made. The pieces have been custom made. I got the LS7 with a 4L70E transmission behind it. It's got a 9-inch Ford rear end with 373 gears, and all of the a lot of the creases have been smoothed, and the doors have got just immaculate closing capacity. I mean, they're just at a touch they'll close, and I can demonstrate that.
What is the hood latches?
Those are custom made. We've got the Eddie Motorsport hinges, and then we custom made the little eye bolts and use mini bear claw latches for the hood latching mechanism, where the latch used to be in the center. When we cut all of the high radiator bracket support down, we brought the filter right in the middle there where the airflow is good into that LS7.
Very cool. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. It's amazing. As I say, I've seen this thing all over the shows that we've been, and it's usually at the top of the heap wherever it's at.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
So, again, we're doing some Facebook Live, probably getting ready to wrap this up. We have been here in the Pros Pick area, brought to you by Classic Instruments at the big one. Almost 10,000 cars here on Friday already. There's people still working, going to show up, locals. So I've been Tim Strange from Strange Motion, and it's been a pleasure, and we'll see you later.